I'm going to be talking to you today about my social anxiety, what I was like then, what I'm like now, and some helpful tips that can be a guide for you as you persevere in your own social skills. Hey y'all, happy Friday! Hey guys, this is your girl Avery Mitchell coming back at ya. Happy Friday! Sparkles and joy. I'm just speaking from my own personal experience. That's a disclaimer. My social anxiety is not across all people. It's across people who are my age. I can easily talk to adults or sometimes kids who are younger than me, but that's a little bit harder. But the most hard for me was talking to people my own age. My social anxiety really stems from my familial circumstances. If you guys haven't checked out my emotional story time video, how my life changed forever, it will be either here somewhere in the cards. I would easily spend 6-7 hours a day with my grandma and grandpa while my mom and my grandparents were working. Because I was spending so much time with my grandma and grandpa, which I am very appreciative of, I didn't feel as comfortable talking with people my age in my childhood, youthness. I also think my social anxiety grew when I was going into school, and I was noticing I was different from other kids in terms of the way I acted. There was an extra sensitivity to me. There were kids who had mom and dads. I remember saying I wish I had a baby sister or baby brother. So moving on from the daycare preschool era, I go into 3rd and 5th grade. I found myself getting bullied, teased on the bus, out in school, playgrounds, whatever. Every year there was at least one person who tried to make insensitive remarks towards me, to give me a hard time, and that continued into high school. A lot of these kids were boys especially, and that could be one of the reasons why I don't trust boys very much, just from those experiences. But there's also more to that. When I was in 6th grade, I was assigned to a seat in English. The group that I was placed in consisted of 5 other girls who were best friends with one another and were the most popular kids in our pod. It was crazy hearing what they were all going through in terms of the drama. I asked them about their clothes and they were talking about these brands I never heard of before, like Hollister and American Eagle. I just felt horrific and sorry for myself. Why did I have to be in this situation? Why can't I be like everybody else? Why don't I have the newest iPhone too? Why can't I have nice clothes? Why don't I have a mom and dad? This led me into 7th grade, where I talk about in my story time video, my English teacher, 7th grade, changed my life. Summing up middle school, I felt like because I didn't feel like I was included, I would talk to my teachers more, talk to adults more, rather than people my age. Now let's move on into high school. I'm still attached to my teachers. I didn't really know boundaries then. I treated them like my friend rather than just a kind teacher who I'm kind to. it was still very difficult for me to talk to people my age. When I moved to the southeast of the United States, I met my 11th grade English teacher, the one who introduced me to Fields of Faith, helped me overcome social anxiety. She encouraged me to join Fellowship of Christian Athletes. She was there for me from day one, helping me persevere and start talking to people. She helped me learn to become a leader and be attentive to other people's needs and grow in my empathy. For that, I will be forever grateful. In high school, I was always called the teacher's pet for being on top of my work, for asking questions. Now I'm in college full time, and I have grown socially in a way I never thought I would. Because of that, I have become more confident in myself. I joined my first study group this semester for my macro class. It is 5 of us. We're about to add a 6th member to our group. I have friends in each and every one of my classes. I have really strong connections with all of my professors. We get along great, and I work hard and show my enthusiasm for what's being learned. I have maybe 3 friends in each class, sometimes 4. I don't feel so anxious anymore when it comes to talking with people. I still experience anxiety when it comes to asking people if they want to hang out, but I know that will continue to shape and mold and be eliminated. And that's story time. I hope that was informative for you guys, that you could take a little bit from that story, and if you've been in this situation before, we get each other half-half. Let's see if I can give you some concise tips. For me, social anxiety took a really long time to persevere. So my first tip for you would be not to beat yourself up as you go through this process. Heck, I'm 18, I'm still doing this. My second tip for you would be, if you are moving, take advantage of the clubs that are going on. I did not do that so much. I joined maybe 2 clubs. I am proud of myself for doing that, but I didn't really talk to anybody. So go ahead, put yourself out there. 3, be yourself. Don't let what other people think or judge of you determine the person you're going to be. Sink in to the roots of your morals and the person you want to become. Let that overflow. 4, I couldn't have done this without my God. Now, I'm sure many of you out there have your own religion that you go by, and that's totally fine. I understand we all have our own set of beliefs, and we should praise that. But I want you to at least have a spiritual or religious foundation that is promoting positivity and instilling a lot of awesome energy into your life. It makes you feel rejuvenated per se. 5, just talk to someone. Take that risk. And I'm still learning that, but what do you have to lose? This is one of the ways I met one of my amazing friends, Anna. I met Anna in my 11th grade math class, and one day I was walking in the hall. I was just gonna go to the library, turn down the blinds and eat my lunch in there. But I saw this girl sitting in the hallway just eating her lunch against the wall by herself. And I'm like, she looks familiar. So I go over and I say, hey, you're Anna, right? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I remember you from my pre-calc class. May I sit with you? I don't really have anyone to eat with either. It's like, yeah, sure. She was a senior and I was a junior in high school. We soon realized I lived in New Hampshire all my life and moved to Georgia. Anna lived in Chicago all of her life and moved to Georgia. We became very close and would get pizza from her mom who would drop it off for us. We always studied together, did our homework together, and we were planning on going to the same college and becoming roommates, but I ultimately decided to go to a different university. But I know that if we had gone to the same college, we would be roommates and it would all be good. If I hadn't taken that risk and asked Anna, hey, can I have lunch with you right here in the middle of the hallway, I wouldn't have an amazing friend. Number 7 or 6, I don't remember where we're at now. Don't worry, be happy, happy Friday. Okay, that was just a fun thing, but yes, thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Again, if you haven't already, if you liked this video and watched it to the very end, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe and turn on the notifications bell, and feel free to follow any of my social media accounts. Of course, happy Friday, have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you guys next week.